guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl autumnbreanna. If you're new here, how are you? It's nice to meet you. You're gonna love this channel. It's 2022 and I'm channeling my inner bad bitch, okay? And if you're not new here, thank you for coming back. Like, I love you guys and appreciate you guys for watching my video, for continuing to watching my videos. This is a new year. I'm hoping to bring y'all new and better content. I'm also trying to learn how to do better with my editing. Not that my editing bad, but like it's my, what's the word? I don't like my thumbnails, so I'm gonna do better with them, okay? I'm gonna learn and I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna learn how to use this camera because I just turn it on and that's it, but I'm gonna do better. So yeah, I'm gonna try and do better. So yeah, I'm gonna try and do better when it comes to my thumbnails and stuff. Like, bear with me, I'm still learning, okay? I'm sorry. But yeah, so by the title of this video is story time. I hope that this won't be a triggering video for anyone, but it's been 2 years and I feel like it's finally time to tell my story. Because people are always asking me like, oh, you gonna have another one? You gonna give your baby a sibling? And it's like, and nah. And I don't even like, I tell my friends and like people I know this story all the time, but it's just like, just thinking back on it is so crazy. Like, all right, so listen, y'all, my son was born in August. I thought I was in labor on like had to be the 7th. It was a Wednesday. I went in like 4 or 5 in the morning. They checked my cervix. I wasn't even dilated like at all. Actually no, it was 1 centimeter at this time. So they was like, if I want to walk up, they let me walk around the hospital for like an hour before to see if like I can open up my cervix or if they'll just send me home. So I got sent home because I wasn't really dilated. And yeah, so Wednesday, yes, Thursday, I think I had like a doctor's appointment anyway. So Thursday, well, Wednesday night I'm home. I was fine until about like 11ish. Then that's when I was like, I gotta be laboring. Like every hour to 2 hours I would just randomly like groan. Mind you, my boyfriend is sleeping. He has to work in the morning. He just, every time I groan, he like, are you okay? Like, are you okay? And I'm just like, yeah, like I'm fine. They don't want me, they sent me home, so I don't want to go back. Yeah, groaning all day. He was tired as hell. He had to be to work early around this time. So he had to wake up probably like 5 in the morning, maybe even earlier than that. So he left me home. He sent his sister to come to my house though before he left, because he was like, there's no way, like nothing is not about to happen. You're doing way too much right now. So she stayed downstairs while I was in my bed, y'all. I was in bed all day just groaning. Like, she called him because she said I sounded like a dying whale or something. I don't know what she had said. I think he just had said that. And so he had called me like, are you okay? Naya said you sound like you're dying, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, now at this point, y'all, it's like, I want to say like 12 Thursday. So 12 actually it probably wasn't even 12. It was probably like 11 a.m. on Thursday. And I'm just like, I don't know, I guess like it just was, the pain was crazy. Like it kept, I was sleeping, I was trying to sleep all day. It just kept waking me up. And I'm just, oh this, oh that, like it was wild. I'm in there, not that loud, but it's just like like it's so intense. Um, so I had a doctor's appointment at like 3 with my OB anyway that day. So I'm calling my mother because my aunt is taking me to the doctor's appointment because like at this point, y'all, I made it what 40 weeks in like 2 days. He was due on the 6th. I had him on like the 9th. So yeah, my aunt was like, "You not driving? I'm gonna take you." And I think Carol had my car anyway, so it was like she had to take me. So my mom and my aunt is with me. Oh, before I even get to that, so like she called me, "You better be ready. We coming to get you." Blah blah blah. Okay, I waited until the last possible minute I could to get in the shower. She was like, "Just get in the shower. You know, is your bag packed? Are you okay?" Yo, I'm in the shower dying. Oh, like I couldn't even do anything. Taking a shower was like miserable because every like now at this point it's like the contractions was like 5 minutes apart, I swear. Every 5 minutes I'm just like, oh. So I got dressed as best as I could, got out the shower and all that, got dressed. Um I literally got finished right when they were pulling up. Mind you, I ain't even eat all day. I text Naya to make sure she had ate, like she ordered something, all that, cause like I'm miserable at this point. I can't do anything. So yeah, I haven't even eaten. Like it was just, I don't know what I was thinking, not getting no food. But so right when I got done, been getting dressed and all that, my mom and my aunt like was pulling up and she called me like, we outside. I got to the door and I got a contraction again and I'm like, oh, I'm leaning. I'm leaning on the rail. My aunt hurried to get out. She grabbed my bag. My mother like frantic or whatever. My mother sat in the back, y'all, and if you know, my mother never sat in the back, but she let me sit in the front. And I was trying to let her, it was okay, like I could sit in the back. I'm just going to die in the car anyway, so. But my mother called my OB like, she has an appointment today, but can she just go to labor and delivery because I don't think she's going to make it to that appointment. So we get to the hospital, my aunt parked in the garage. My mother, we looking for a wheelchair like near the door, but we couldn't find one. So my mother like, so what you want me to go in there and get a wheelchair, whatever, and come back. Mind you, my mother she's a little older. Like I don't expect her to try and like push me, my big tail, anywhere. So I was like, I think I can make it to where the wheelchairs are. Cause mind you, everything was a hill. Like I didn't want to tire her out. So I was like, I think I can make it to where the wheelchairs are. It probably was like a good 20 feet. And I was stopping along the way. And then when I finally got in that chair, it was like, whew, right? So then she rolled me up till we get to the like lobby. You gotta show them your ID, tell them you're going to go to labor and delivery. You go upstairs to labor and delivery. Only one person can go up there with you when you initially, like, until you get actually checked in. It's not checked in, but what's the word? Y'all know what I'm thinking about. But until then, you can't have more than one guest with you. So we went up. I had to sign something. I'm in a wheelchair filling out papers before they even like take me and admit me. That's the word. Okay, before they even take me to the back. So I'm in there, and they like, all right, somebody's coming, I promise, somebody's coming, whatever. So, all right, cool. They did come, it didn't take too long. And then you get like checked out or whatever. So they take your vitals. You gotta pee in a cup. You gotta do so much. They check my cervix. Now, mind you, y'all, I was in the hospital probably like that the day before. So like what? Not even a whole 24 hours, maybe 24 hours. Like, and I just got sent home. They checked my cervix today and I'm like 6.5 centimeters. 6.5 centimeters, y'all. I damn near labored at home because I didn't want to get sent back home. Like, that's the crazy thing to me. So, they're like, oh, yep, we're going to admit you, blah, blah, blah. First question I think they asked is if I wanted a, epidural. Yo, the pain was unbearable. Like, I'm groaning every 5 minutes. I said, yes, please give me an epidural. In the bed, miserable. I'm turning to the side, turning to this side. Like, it was so miserable. Like, I don't wish that pain on nobody, not even my enemy. So, they asked all these questions. We calling her room. Y'all know. Well, y'all don't know. But during this time, he was doing HVAC stuff. So, he was on like a whole nother state. But he did say, all right, well, I'm leaving. I'll make my way there, whatever. I was just praying like I didn't have this baby before he came. So, I don't even know around what time he got there. But anyway, before he even came straight to me, y'all, he went home, he changed his clothes, he probably showered, he had to do all that. Like, you ain't got all this time. I'm 6.5 centimeters. Now my mother in here consoling me. This is your baby. But, so I get admitted, we in the room. I'm still in pain, I'm waiting for the epidural. And then my nurse came in. And she was like, are you doing okay? I'm like, I'm in pain. Mind you, my nurse was so nice. She was so nice. My whole team was actually black, besides like one practitioner. She was white, but she was learning. But my whole team was basically black. My nurse was great. Like, I cannot remember her name, but I love her. She was great. But then she said, yeah, they said you didn't want an epidural. And I said, who said that? Like, oh, wait, before I even got admitted to my room, let's talk about how I had to wait because now at this point, I think it was a shift change. So, I had to wait. They had me on a monitor because they couldn't, like, get my son's heartbeat or whatever. Kept telling me I couldn't move. They put me on a monitor. I was on a monitor the whole time I was there just to, you know, get his heartbeat. But for some reason it wouldn't stay or they couldn't catch it. I don't know. And that was one thing that was pissing me off. Like, if this is a problem, then don't you think we should do something? But, yeah, but when I did, fast forward, when I did get admitted or whatever, and I finally got my nurse, she was like, yeah, they said you didn't want epidural. And I said, who said that? So she's like, oh, okay, I'm sorry, I don't know. We're gonna make sure we get this done. And then she came back in and was like, well, somebody's like further along than you. We have to give her emergency C-section or something like that. And we need the anesthesiologist, so we can't do your epidural yet. And then I was like, you can tell I'm looking at my mother, I'm looking miserable. So she came back a few minutes later like, hi, we just caught the doctor who was leaving, the anesthesiologist was leaving. I made sure he came so he can come for you. He'll be here soon. You can get your epidural. By this time, Rel is here. I don't remember when he came, but Rel is here by this time. So everybody had to leave the room. He got to stay. I think he like held my hand or something while I'm getting epidural, yo. That shit. It's so scary because it's like it's going through your freaking spine, but I told myself I was not getting epidural if I ever had a kid. I'm not getting epidural because everybody talk about the random back pain that you have. Baby, trust them. You do have that back pain. It's, whew. But anyway, so got the epidural. Now I'm just like, I'm feeling good. The contractions, I'm feeling it. But I think, you know, when you got epidural, that slows your labor down. So now it's a little bit later in the day. Ain't no movement happening. They still tracking my son's heartbeat. Yeah, and they just was like telling me to be careful with the monitor. Don't move too much. We need to make sure we can track his heartbeat or whatever. We need to make sure we keep an eye on him type thing. And I'm just like, well, what the fuck is going on? Because, you know, they don't really say nothing. So at this point, it's late. Everybody's asleep. I'm like dozing off every now and then. But then I got this sharp pain, the sharpest freaking pain. And I think it was the left side of my body. Like, It was like my side, everything, mostly my side, but all of this was in pain. So I'm looking at my mother. I wakes up. She wakes up instantly. My mother is so nosy, but I don't know if that's why she's a light sleeper or what. But she woke up and was like, "Are you okay? What's going on? Whatever." I was like, "My whole left side, it just don't feel right. Something's not right." She called the nurse. The nurse came in. I don't know what that meant, or because she never really said anything. So they went to check me out or whatever and stuff. So she went to get the doctor, whatever, and my mother was like, "I'm just so glad you're in tune with your body, because like, who knows what, that could have been." So then they come in and they like, at this time it's probably like 1, 2 o'clock. "Oh, we have to have an emergency C-section. The tube is wrapped around his neck. We have to get him out." Mind you, y'all, I forgot to tell y'all this part. Hours before that, he pooped inside of me. And wait, let's rewind it. So what did he do? What did Trey do? Oh yeah, eventually my water does break. I let them know my water broke, like now the bed wet and all that. But yeah, he pooped inside of me at one point. Now, when my mother had kids, that was a like alarming thing. She said that it happened with her, and they took my sister out immediately. Like, you don't want them eating that or whatever. So they didn't take him out immediately. They just said, "Oh, he's fine. We're gonna flush your body with something, I don't know, some type of medicine, and he'll be okay," whatever. Is that right? Okay. So now all of a sudden I need emergency C-section when I figure out my body's in pain, and the tube is around his neck, and it's just like all this stuff that you didn't say before, and y'all rushing and do it. And I think this is the thing, they don't let you think about it or be able to vouch for yourself, because now I'm thinking, you come in here all fast, it's emergency, we gotta hurry, we gotta do this now. You thinking something's gonna happen. You thinking, get my baby out, save my baby, or is something gonna happen to me, is something gonna happen to him. Like, you're not thinking about, you may have other options. And this is our first kid, like we haven't been through this before. So I'm just looking, because I did not want to have a C-section, y'all. I was like just looking around. I couldn't say anything. I was miserable, and I just was like, yeah. So I honestly don't even remember being wheeled into the room. But this thing that just get me is now I have to have a C-section after I got an epidural that I probably didn't need, because I got anesthesia now that I have to have a C-section. So yeah, the cord is wrapped around his neck as an emergency. They need to take him out. And I think this is also a problem with black women. There's nobody in the hospital to vouch for us when we're in labor. And in general, like, but what hurt me the most was that my whole team was black. So, and they know that this is your first time. You couldn't talk to me about this. Like, you had to make this seem like it was a dying emergency, like that needed to be done now. When it comes to, like, do y'all know the rates and everything when it comes to black women dying during delivery, like, or anything dealing with birth? It may happen before even delivery, it may happen after delivery. Like, who's looking out for us? So this is our first kid. We don't know, like, that we may have options. This is why I think you should also get a, what is they called? I'm gonna put the word right here because it's gonna come to me after I'm done this video. But yeah, this is why we need something or someone to vouch for us, because it's no way that this stuff probably happens all the time. Like, and I'm sorry, not to discredit doctors and stuff out here, because it may have generally been an emergency, but I feel like they are quick to do surgery during labor because they get more money. And if it's all about money for you, then I don't need to be here. I just wanted to have a safe delivery, y'all. I didn't have no complications my whole pregnancy. Yeah, I'm overweight, granted. I'm obese, honestly, but I feel like I was cheated of being able to have a vaginal birth. Yeah, I feel like I was cheated out of having a vaginal birth. But, so I get rushed to the operating room. I don't remember going into the room. I do remember like waking up or something. I don't know. And Harella's holding my hand. They haven't started yet. They gave me a little bit of medicine. And the doctor is going to cut. Mind you, this doctor, yes, he's black. He was my mom's doctor for me when she was pregnant. So just imagine how long ago this was. Imagine how long this doctor been doing this too. Like, it's giving me a little skeptical. So, yeah, my doctor, she wasn't on call that day, which I hated because I really liked her. She really looked out for me. But, yeah, so he went to go cut. And he's like, making sure I'm okay. Did you feel anything? And I'm like, yes, y'all, I felt it. I don't know what he like, you sure it's not just me, the tearing of it? I'm like, no, I feel it. So they gave me, and he like really trying to second guess me. And my boyfriend, he got mad and was like, she said she feel it. So they gave me some more like medicine or whatever. It knocked me out, y'all. I was holding her own hand. He said my hand got cold and like I just let go. Now let me tell you what I was feeling. Felt like I was in a loophole, right? Y'all know that little, when you in a carnival or fair or whatever, and they got that little fun house and that little spinny thing. Felt like I was in that. And I just was spinning around like I was walking. But that was the only thing, like I was in this universe of just that. And I heard music. I don't know where the music was coming from, and I don't know what kind of music it was or whatever, but I just remember hearing music. And I'm out this whole time, y'all. You know, people get C-sections all the time, and they get to look, like, see their baby when they take them out, when they get to look at their husband and boyfriends and, like, you know, just to make sure, let them know they're okay. But because I got that extra dose, it knocked me out. Now I'm upset because I didn't get to see my son come out. I didn't get to hear his first cry. I didn't get to make sure he's okay. I didn't get to see my boyfriend's face. I didn't get to see any of that. Like, I was knocked out in a whole nother world. So by the time I'm sewn back up and all that, I finally, like, wake up in the room. They put you in this room before you get into your actual room. So finally wake up in this room, and my mom, I just see my mom and my boyfriend staring at me when I wake up. And my boyfriend's holding my child. So I'm like, well, our child. And I'm just like, okay, well, I know my son is okay. But like, I'm feeling stuck. Someone finally come. I also don't know how long I've been out, which is scary. I literally, y'all, when I was in this loophole, I thought I was going to die. Like, literally thought I was going to die. My boyfriend finally told me what he felt. He thought, I mean, he's a jokester, so he made a joke out of it, but he thought he was like about to be a single dad. Like, literally, I felt like I was dying, or that I wasn't going to wake up from this, and to not see my child or get to touch him, hear him, you know, anything until I woke up. I shouldn't have been out like that. But anyway, I'm up. Now at this point, it's like 3:30 in the morning. maybe 4. Everybody's tired. My boyfriend, my sister, my mom. So, my boyfriend had to take, I think, my mom home. Because at this time, my sister wasn't driving. Or maybe my sister and my mom took a Uber home. My boyfriend just wanted to, like, rest or whatever. So, of course, I get left with the baby. Actually, they didn't leave yet until I got into my room. So, well, my mom and my sister did, but my boyfriend, you know, he went to, like, get stuff out of the car or something, move the car, I don't know, something like that. So now I got the baby, it's just me and the baby. I'm in so much pain, y'all. My whole neck and shoulders were in so much pain, and I'm shaking. I'm like chills, like I've been on drugs. I guess I was, but shaking to the point where they had to give me something to like get me to relax, and for my neck and shoulder pain. So I'm holding the baby. I'm barely like even together yet, and they are rolling us to my room. And we were there for like 8 days because my son ended up being jaundiced. He had to stay under that light. I honestly feel like some of that factored in from him pooping inside me, because they did say he also, like, something happened with that. I don't know exactly what, but whew, this video took a lot. But I don't see myself going through that again. Not feeling like I was on my deathbed or I was this close to dying. I cannot do that again. That was not fun. It honestly was scary. And I feel like now, knowing, like, when I woke up, my mom was even concerned about me. I guess I was out of it for a while. When I woke up, she said, well, I knew my grandbaby was okay, but I need to know if my baby is okay. And it was just scary. It was definitely a scary time. And I literally cannot put myself through that again. I don't think mentally or physically I could be able to do that again. And to know, like, the way black women are treated, like they aren't heard. And like, if we can't even get help from the hospital, where else can we go? So, no, I don't see myself having another kid. I would love for my son to have a sibling, but me physically doing it, I could not. Yeah, I literally couldn't do that again. You couldn't pay me to do that again. Ooh. This was a long story time too. I might have like overdid it, but woo! Hope this didn't trigger anybody. I hope nobody, you know, like, I didn't mean to do that, but I just had to get that off my chest. And especially because I've heard so many stories about this same hospital and how people say they will never have a kid there again. I've heard stories about people actually losing their kid at this hospital. I've heard stories about them not even listening to moms at this hospital. Like, I've heard so many stories about people feeling like they nearly died at the same freaking hospital. So no, I couldn't do it again because they gave me a bad experience. Now something happens and, you know, whoop, I'm pregnant, but maybe, not maybe, but I would not go back to the hospital for sure. It would just have to be somebody else. And literally, y'all, it was so traumatizing to the point that, like, when I seen people were pregnant after me, like, that I was friends with on social media or whatever, and they went to that same hospital, my first question I asked them was, did you have a C-section? Do y'all know how many people told me yes? Yeah, they said I needed an emergency C-section. Yeah, it was an emergency C-section. Yeah, they said I had an emergency. How are all of these black women having emergency C-sections? Please make it make sense. Please. Is it because we're getting assistance, and not even all of us probably, but some of us are getting assistance, and you want to milk the insurance company, but you don't want to make the white lady pay all of this money out of pocket? Make it make sense. Just make it make sense. Like, if y'all can hear so many stories that I've read about this freaking hospital, it's crazy. Now, granted, I still go there for every other thing, though. Like, my primary care, dental, my son's pediatrician is there. Like, and I've never heard bad things about all the other, like, all those other aspects that I spoke on. Or even the OBs for that matter. Like, I've heard people say they love their OB, but they would never have a baby there again. Because guess what? They didn't have their OB. They had somebody else. And it's just, it sucks even more when your whole team is black, y'all. My whole team was black. Why did I still go through this? I don't know. I'm sorry, y'all. I couldn't do it. I couldn't have a baby. I couldn't have another baby. It's not in me. Alright, guys. I'm sorry for that, like, heavy story that I had to let out. Don't forget, guys, to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and I'll see y'all in the next video. I'm out.